We're live. Hello, everyone. Oh, I told you. He literally appears 1 minute before the end of every stream, or before the start of every stream. Hey, Cindy. Oh, Cindy, are you playing music? Hopefully that's not copyrighted.
Yeah. No?
Oh, because I can hear like piano.
Yeah, I'm playing it.
Oh, okay. Damn, you play piano?
It's a virtual piano. No, not really.
I actually used to play piano like a long ass time ago, like before COVID and everything, right?
Man, I want to learn.
Yeah, it feels like a lot longer time ago, right? But like one of the things about piano, right, is that you should just try doing like, finger power or like, finger exercises. Because a lot of people don't realize that you need to kind of just like, build up like the finger strength doing like, basic routines before you can like actually get good.
I feel that,
Yeah, I can send you some of my books or whatever, like totally not like, illegal rips or anything like that. Yeah. And hopefully that would help you get into it, Cindy. Because like
what are we talking about again?
Today's topic is hot takes, but like right now Cindy's trying to get into piano, so like I'm trying to give him some tips,
Okay, gotcha.
Yep. But yeah, today's topic is like hot takes, like in general,
hot takes.
Like what kind of
will this get us banned?
Yeah, no. We're not gonna like do any like actual like like I'm sure none of us have like some like actually like very serious like bad opinions, right? If you put like an actual bad opinion,
yeah, as long as it's not when I try to break POS or anything like that.
Yeah, okay. First opinion: cats taste good. No.
No. Get out of here. Get out of here.
I can't confirm or deny. I've never tried it, so
Just get out of here.
But yeah, today's topic is hot takes. Pepe's probably gonna join us if he hasn't fallen asleep yet. He's been trying to fix the sleep schedule. But yeah.
Did you tweet out the podcast?
Oh yeah, I have it right up right now. Like I have it literally click tweet. There we go. I just tweeted it.
You should probably like schedule your tweets. Okay, I'm kidding.
No tweet. The problem with scheduling your tweets is that if you put the link, it will suppress your tweet, right? Because like Twitter suppresses links, right? So I have to post the first post, and I have to like post the link underneath it,
Oh yeah, true.
Max.
Oh,
hey Israeli. Welcome to the stream. But yeah. Cindy is very good at music. Yep. Okay, let me
take Cindy's
Imagine.
Music. No, I'm joking.
Yeah. Oh, honestly, that's not a hot take. That is a given.
Yeah, that's kind of a given.
Some, like, maybe he's trying to make some BGM for Uno.
But
yeah, make the game fresh.
Let me put on my cat ear model real quick. Wait, I actually haven't updated my current Vroid model to cat ear, so we're gonna have to use old Vroid model for cat ears.
He's going back.
Yeah, we're regressing, everyone. We're regressing. Okay, who has a hot take they really want to share? Who has a hot take they really want to share?
I mean, y'all first.
Dang, who pushing P today?
Okay, if you want to start, City, if you want to start, what's your hot take? What's your hot take today? Sydney, oh wait, you said you wanted to start, right?
I didn't say no.
No, I think you said one of y'all go first.
Oh, okay. I'll start.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
the reason why isekai and like all that is so popular right now isn't because like why so many of them are trash. Isn't like the fault of the producers. It's just because it's the fault of like all the anime fans for being so brain dead that they watch it. Because like they know they can make a profit, right? Like my hot take, right, is that the anime community is so brain dead 99% of the time, right? Like not just the anime community, the webtoon community, like the Korean manga community, not manga, but manhwa, right? All of those guys, right? The only thing that actually matters, right? The only thing that actually matters for profitability is having good art, right? The only The only only like actual important thing to making a successful anime, right, or like anime comic, similar like vein of like media, right, is that your art is good. If your art is good, people will ignore how bad the plot is. People will ignore like how detestable some of the characters are. People will ignore your bad writing. People will ignore literally everything because character hot. That's my hot take.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting
I
canceled, bro.
don't. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but
You just angered the
it's
entire
not,
anime
it doesn't seem like a good
community,
day for you, man. I was kidding.
No,
We're gonna have to
might as well end
disassociate.
stream now,
But-
bro. Before
Dude,
you get
dude, I'm
banned.
But
so
no, I
tired,
feel
right?
like I get what you're saying, because if you make a art style, or not an art, if you make like some art piece and it's good,
Yeah.
and it's like hella good,
Yeah.
and everything else is subpar,
Yeah.
people will definitely look past the subpar part just because of more, like, it's visually appealing and
Yeah.
it stimulates their senses.
I feel like some of like the worst offenders are probably a lot of Korean comics, especially, because like some of the big like Korean comics that have been translated to the West, like Lookism or like or what is it, Unordinary, I really dislike.
Mhm.
Just because they suffer from My Hero Academia syndrome, right? Where it's like, first premise, completely throw it out the window. Hot characters hot, main characters OP. We're having fun, um, like if your character's OP, if your art style is good, people will look past every single plot, moral, or like world building problem out there, yeah. I've read too many Korean Korean comics and books and everything, right? Where it's literally just like, we're gonna ignore the main plot or like the original plot or premise to, get into like OP territory with like great art, right? That's also kind of something with like shonen as well, outside of like, the community. But like shonen has a lot of problems too. Like Naruto definitely fell off at some point. Like different shows, right? Dragon Ball, way different between Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, and like everything after. Like
I think when a series goes on for sometimes too long,
yeah,
it tends to lose its appeal. It's a rare case where it's really, really good. Like it goes on for so long, and you're just like, wow, this is still good. But some shows like decline after how it just depends.
yeah.
Honestly,
I feel like definitely for a shonen premise, it's very hard to keep like consistent world building and morals, everything, right? With it.
Oh,
Because
for sure.
like
Definitely.
if I was gonna write Naruto, like like if I was gonna like rewrite Naruto Shippuden or whatever, right, I would not be able to keep like a consistent premise through the entire thing. Not only because not only because of writing stuff, but also because if you keep pushing the same point, you eventually get bored as well, right, as like the author.
Yeah. So you want to like mix it up and like
Yeah. I
throw,
feel like
throw
one of
some
the
other things in there.
I feel like one of the
So
great
that's a good style.
tragedies in like longer series especially is like characters with a lot of potential or characters with like with a lot of hype build up, like they eventually fall off in terms of the main character, like Goku, like Gohan's arc, right, where he was like supposed to like surpass his father or whatever eventually, right? Yeah, Gohan kind of fell off. Rock Lee, um early Rock Lee, right? Like what is it? During the Chuni arc, I think, right?
Yeah.
That was top Rock Lee right there, right? Like super powerful, tries hard, blah 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 blah. Hard work can beat talent. And then you jump into Shippuden, right? And Rock Lee is barely even a side character, right? He's like barely even a side character. What else? He also like was way overpassed by like reincarnation of like super powerful like god beings, right? And blah 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 blah, right? You can enjoy writing about the same premise. It's just like it's just very hard to keep consistent, I feel like, especially
So
like, in like long-term things.
Yeah, in a longevity type. Because
Longevity, yeah, definitely.
you can definitely like do the same premise and have like a, I don't know, maybe like a couple volumes or something of a story, and it'll probably turn out pretty good compared like, all right, now you gotta do that, you gotta write that same premise for the next 5 years,
Yeah.
and then it kind of gets stale to a point because you kind of like done most of the stuff. You're like, what else can I do before I just start
Yeah.
like
I feel like
destroying the world I made and start like breaking rules and stuff, and just throwing stuff in there just because.
Yeah, I feel like modern isekai or like modern like shonen anime is like way better at keeping short and concise than like other ones. Like, you know, instead of like having like 50 billion like not even seasons, but just having like 50 billion like episodes in a season, right? Like Shippuden does or like Dragon Ball does, right? I feel like modern anime is a lot better at keeping it concise and short, which I'm appreciative for, right? Like, no one doesn't want more content, right? But like, it avoids the filler, it avoids the character problems, right? And all that kind of stuff. And that's pretty cool right there, Israeli. Yeah, writing for like 2+ years is like pretty tough. But like, the older shonens tend to like be written for like 10, 20 years, you know? Like, how long has Dragon Ball been written for? Like, Dragon Ball is probably
Seems
older
like a
than...
century, man.
Dragon Ball must be older than
It seems
me.
like a freaking.
When was
like
Dragon Ball? Okay, Dragon Ball was made 1989, so it's over 10 years older than me. Dragon Ball is over 10 years older than me. Of course they're gonna fall off eventually, right? I feel like that's one of the problems with Dragon Ball Super especially.
32 years. 32 years of Dragon Ball.
I feel like Dragon Ball Super eventually like died a bit, you know? But yeah. Okay, who else has another hot take?
I think I had a good one for me. Let me think.
I think I have one.
Okay. We'll start with Cindy.
But
then.
it's not like. Is it fine if it's not like anime and like stuff related?
It can be about anything.
It's a music take.
No,
Okay.
that's
That
fine.
I kind of get pissed off when people say sampling is stealing.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with that. I agree with that because like isn't like most like the modern pop or like, you know, like the like most popular music always sampled off something.
Yes, off some like old
Music
like
no one remembers.
track back in the day, like from the 80s.
Yeah.
Okay, if you say sampling is like, okay, Kanye, you'd hate Kanye.
Yeah.
If you don't like sampling, and you just no, people think it's original. Like, it's how music evolves.
Yeah.
Honestly, without sampling, music wouldn't have taken like this boom. Like, especially hip hop. Hip hop is known for sampling all the time.
Yeah.
And like, it's just I just get pissed off when I hear that.
I think even if you went back to like the classical era, right? Like, you know, like Beethoven and all that, you would find some form of sampling, right? Where it's like, you know, they learned like about this score of music right here, right? Or like they learned from like the school of music right here. Even though it's not like sampling where it's like hard copying, right? They're still kind of sampling, you know? Just in their term,
like,
right?
Oh, that's a good idea. Let me write it down.
Of course there is.
Israeli
makes a good point that there is a very fine line between it. If you go too close, it can be considered stealing, right? But like at the same time, I've seen lawsuits of people being like, "Yo, you stole my score," right? And it's like they have like a one beat that's like similar, like, you know, like one measure of like music that's like the same as like the other one, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you stole my music," you know?
Yeah, as long as it's like not like too obvious.
Yeah.
And like you didn't just take the like, let's say the intro of like this song and then like put drums over it and like not alter the like the chord or like the melody at all, then I think that on a scale that could be stealing, but like if it's not as noticeable, it's like, and if you get that clearance,
Yeah.
some you need to clear,
Yeah.
like samples
Yeah.
with like the original artist.
If you go too
Yeah,
close,
yeah,
then you'll definitely have to clear it. You know. Something that really does bother me is like when when what is it? When like some random tiny ass band like tries suing like a bigger music creator because they have money, but like it's because like they have faintly similar music and that's like from 10 years ago, and like the other songs like from like 10 years ago, or not 10 years but like 5 years ago, and like it's been like out of out of there, because like I've seen a bunch of like lawsuits, right, where it's like, yo, hey, it's 10 years after you release your song, right, but we think that your song stole from our song because it has the same beat in the background for like two
Yeah.
2 seconds, and then it's like, yeah,
2
no.
seconds, no.
I think originality being something is very hard for humans. Like I
Oh,
would
definitely,
doubt
for
it if
sure.
someone.
It's definitely. Oh
Yeah.
shit!
It's
Definitely,
so
it's
hard.
hard.
Yeah.
To be
So
Yeah,
original.
man. Yeah, like if you take the
Especially-
first. Yeah, go ahead.
Especially from like a music perspective,
Oh yeah.
because
Yeah.
there's so many chords you could use. There's so many keys.
Yeah,
There's
yeah. Avoid using the first 2 seconds of sicko mode.
Yeah, I think like as a writing perspective, as a drawing perspective, as any other perspective, originality is
Yeah.
like almost impossible unless you're like
It's-
keyboard
it's-
spamming, you know?
It's pretty hard.
yeah, because
because-
you don't even know if someone's creating the same lyrics at the same time as
Exactly.
you.
Yeah, or it
Or
might
it's
be like
yeah,
a
that is-
subconscious.
That's it.
Like 30 years ago, but you didn't notice.
Yeah,
And then you,
But
and you
people
see
still repeat lines.
similarities.
It's fine. It's fine.
Exactly, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's,
It's not like all words are copyrighted.
just
Yeah,
don't
no,
copy
that-
their lyrics exactly for like 5+ lines in a row.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, no! Just please don't do that.
Yeah,
No.
like like
Just
when
like,
he said,
Totally
yeah,
rip off
when he-
Gucci Gang.
Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
Yeah,
I feel like
yeah, like even like Poopity Scoop is like copyrighted. You can't even say that.
Oh my god! Oh no! Oh.
Yeah, thank you,
Scoop.
Kanye.
Thank you, Kanye, for the wonderful lyrics.
I feel like
Oh, sorry,
especially from
yay.
like a writing perspective as
Yay.
well,
Yay.
originality is like crazy hard, right? Because like
Yeah.
originality for like in a writing perspective, if you like have even like the vaguest of character arcs or character progressions, you need to know that someone already wrote something like that, right? Like if we're like, yo, Dragon Ball has such a cool power system, yeah, that steals it from like Chinese like fantasy, right? If we're like, yo, Rock Lee has a good character arc, right? We're like, yeah, they've done that kind of underdog arc like 18 billion times in other media, right? If they're like,
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
if you have any hero's arc, right? Yeah, someone's already done the hero's,
The
hero's journey
hero's
with
journey. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
that. Writing, I think,
You gotta get
is,
inspiration from somewhere.
yeah,
Exactly.
and
yeah.
like even if like
There's always inspiration.
even if we went to like an alien world, right? Because the writing medium is so saturated, if we went to alien world, translate all of their work to ours, right? We would see a lot of parallels, right? Because like I feel like humans, like humans have like inherently very similar taste in some regards, right? Because like
Mhm.
even if
Yeah.
like if I look at like older music, right, I might not be like super into it, but I can see why people would like it, right?
Yeah.
I might not be able to like
Yeah.
totally get why like some modern music is great, or like why people enjoy modern music, right? But at some point, I definitely do like enjoy it as well, even if it's kind of nonsensical to me, right?
Uh,
Inherently, I think
Yeah, it depends.
we all kind of converge towards like one general trend, I guess, and like it's not really possible to be totally original. You will have to
No.
take from somewhere at least.
yeah, definitely. For sure.
Yeah.
In most mediums.
Dang, imagine being original. Couldn't be me.
Oh my
You-
gosh, couldn't
you
be
look,
me.
you literally gotta be the first person born. It's the only way you could be original. That's
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
so there's so many other podcasts out there in the world.
the
that's
problem,
probably
right?
you
The problem,
first
right,
copy someone else
is
than that.
if you're the first human, right? If you're like the first human ever,
Uh-huh.
right? And you make
Ever, yeah.
music, nah, you're not original. Birds have done that first. Get wrecked.
That is so true.
Yeah,
That's so true.
like unless you go to like the first ever living organism, right? Like you probably won't get like something original, right? Because it will
Some
eventually trace up
originality.
there, you know. Um,
Mm.
yeah. Israeli has an interesting comment. Apparently, two people invented the telephone at the same time without knowing each other, and they
Oh.
filled the patent on the same day.
I think I know what they were talking about. I learned
I've
about that
heard
in
that
media
story.
class.
I've heard that story. I think it's very interesting because like the timing is a bit too sus, right? Because like out of all of human history, it had to be on the same exact day, right? Like I'm a
I'm
bit
not sure.
skeptical about it.
I don't think it was the exact same day. It's probably definitely like a couple of days apart, or maybe weeks. I don't
Yeah,
think
because
it's
like if it's the same day, I feel like that's like a statistical like
No.
impossibility, right?
No.
But like if it does
That's
happen at the same day,
crazy.
it's
That's
still
crazy.
amazing.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, that'd be.
There is a concept
huge.
in like there is a concept in like geography or whatever, which is like you know like separate like evolution of ideas or something like that. I remember learning something like similar to that, where it's like different societies will like develop the same things even if they're like totally separated eventually,
Oh
right?
yeah, because was it I know this is a sensitive topic, but I know we're looking to different types of religion
Yeah.
from different cultures. You kind of see like the same patterns,
Yeah.
and they like repeat it, and they could have been like 1,000 years apart in like when their religion was made,
Yeah.
and you could still see like some type of similarities with the stories and the characters and said religion.
Yeah, Pluton sent a link for multiple discovery and or like simultaneous invention. And yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. There's like a bunch of that in like history, you know, which I think is super cool. I wonder if like we'll ever get to like the essence of music, like where like all music converges to, you know? That would be a pretty cool discovery one day. Cuz like, you know, I feel like like as humans, like even if we brought like our techno punk music back to like, you know, back to like the rock ages or like, you know, classical ages or whatever, right? Like you know, cavemen and all that, right? They would still
Okay.
they would probably be very confused, but they would probably still be able to vibe
Scared.
to some degree, right?
Yeah, but like in a way, yeah.
They could definitely still understand, like, oh, that's music.
That's
Yeah.
like music. Yeah.
But they would
Like,
want to
I
kill
don't
us as
understand
well.
What
what
the fuck
they're
is that
saying.
song?
or
Just imagine
what
being
is that?
dubstep into the classical era.
Bro, they'd be scared
Like
of
freaking
shit.
Skrillex just starts
Like, what the fuck?
bang bang boop 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 boop.
No, Sam, you can't say that. You can't say that. That's copyrighted.
Oh no.
I'm not playing the beat. I'm not playing the
You're
beat.
stealing.
Pluton be like
what
all
the
musical
fuck?
converged into the ultimate form, mumble rap.
Mumble.
Oh
Call
my!
me a mumble rapper? No.
You
Uh,
just imagine Lil Pump.
Lil
Pump.
Pump.
Lil Pump
Nah.
born in like when Tupac and Biggie.
Nah, you get destroyed by those.
Honestly,
Nah.
I would not be surprised if like
No.
I would
You're
not
playing
be
the right
surprised.
generation.
I would not be surprised
Yo.
if mumble rap like evolved sometime in the past, but just wasn't called the same thing or like, you know, wasn't like publicized as much, you know? Because like how
That's-
hard can it be to like, you know, mumble your lyrics while there's like a beat playing in the background, you know? Like I feel like that's probably one of the first things that
I'm
was
sure,
invented, you
I'm
know?
sure
Honestly, in my
definitely
opinion, mumble rap isn't just like stumbling over your words.
Yeah.
It's like your lyrics do not make sense, like no cohesiveness whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like the bar structure is just so fucked. Like it doesn't make sense, and all you can talk about is like, I got a Ferrari, I got a chain, I got money, I got girls, like stuff like that.
Yo,
It's like-
everyone
it's-
clip
it's
it,
a-
clip
Yeah,
it.
what?
Cindy
Yo,
Senpai new album.
Yeah.
Cindy Senpai new
Yo.
album.
Like that's a mumble, like not like no, but shit, like that type of shit, like
Yeah.
like that's all you can talk about on every track.
It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, we get it. You got
There's no
caught.
variety.
Shut up.
Yeah, no variety.
Yeah, very
Right?
limited. I was
Exactly.
talking about very limited.
Yeah.
It's like, we know you got money, man. You've said it in like your whole album.
You're 3 past album.
Yeah, right.
Your three albums.
Then,
All you
they're
talked
the
about is
same.
money,
They-
The
women,
mixtape.
the car you have, and your
Oh
chain.
my god.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yep.
God damn.
Yeah, we're
Oh
flex,
my-
but
You wear
okay.
the same shit every year too. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, switch it up, bro.
Switch it up,
Yeah,
bro.
where's the
I mean,
variety?
the same clothing every day is kind of comfy, you know. Like I have like
I mean,
I have like
yeah,
8,
yeah.
9
Okay,
sets of
well,
clothing I
yeah.
swap between.
I mean,
You
just
know.
because you can't see it on TV shows or whatever doesn't mean it's necessarily true, though.
Yeah. Okay.
Honestly, I don't mind that type of shit. Just as long as it's not overdone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to overdo it. Because then.
Yeah.
I don't think subtlety
Then
is
it
like
gets
the specialties
subtle.
of like mumble rappers though. Like I'm not gonna lie.
No, not at all. Not at all. No. Not at all.
Yeah. I wonder what like if we go to like the far future, if like how like music will evolve, right? Because like I feel like one of the
Oh.
reasons for
We'd be scared.
mumble rap becoming so popular, right, is that as time goes on, making music becomes more and more, you know, open to people, right? Like I feel like for like the music sphere, right, as time goes on, the barrier to entry for becoming a musician or someone who makes music is lower and lower, right? So you don't have to be like, you know, like a super writer or like whatever to like write music lyrics anymore, right? You can mumble them. You don't need to be like.
Oh
You
shit! Oh my gosh.
you-
I mean, nowadays you don't even,
That's
you
what
don't even need
rappers
to be.
now, fine.
Okay. Honestly.
Yeah.
Here's why mumble rappers are so popular. The beat.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the beat that's better.
Okay,
than
first
rapping
example.
on it,
First
yeah.
example. Mask Off by Future. That beat is so legendary.
It
But
is.
Future just fucked that shit up.
Yeah, not in a
ruined
good
it.
way either. Not in the good way.
Not in a good way. He didn't like dominate the beat or anything.
It's
There's just like
doo-doo.
No, but you want to know who? But you want to know who did dominate that?
Gucci Gang.
You know who?
Johnny
who
Lucas. Kendrick.
Wait.
yeah, and
wait, if-
Joey Badass too, right?
I just realized.
Oh, I
if
didn't realize
if
that.
mumble rap is
Yeah,
built
he was like on a
around
radio show, like he rapped on that
Oh,
stuff.
nice.
if
Yeah,
mumble
what were you
rap
gonna
is
say?
if mumble rap is built around like the beat, right? Then is mumble
Mm,
like the mumble part of mumble rap technically a percussion instrument? Like it doesn't have any other meaning other than that. like it's literally a percussion instrument.
It's just like
No,
it's like someone's just talking over a beat. Like
Yeah.
not even like
right?
Not
Like,
even, like, with
going on
substance.
beat.
They're just
Like,
like words.
someone might as well just like do a commercial in the middle, like instead of like going on rhythm. Because you're not even saying
Right?
shit. Lyrics might as just not rhyme at all.
Yeah, you can just do the commercial, then right in the middle of it, you just say "blue face baby." Aight.
Blueface. Oh, perfect. Designer.
Designer. Yeah, designer is another one.
Panda. Panda.
Perfect. And then
Oh,
didn't
bro.
Kanye also sample Panda for some song on the Life of Pablo?
I'm waiting for the day someone samples Finney's music, you know?
It's like Father Raised My Hand Part
Oh,
2.
so, I mean, some people do.
Sue
Some,
them.
I mean,
Sue their asses.
no,
Yes,
no, it's fine.
Yo, you can't do that.
I can't do
You
that.
can't do
They was like, hey, let's just DFCA everybody. Easy money.
like, bro. get
Easy
that
money.
Easy
Easy money.
money.
If I'm being sampled, easy money.
Easy money, bro.
Easy money.
Yeah, Toylan be like, I'm gonna choose violence because the stock market is crashing.
I'll just DMCA everyone. Easy money.
Yeah. If you
I'll
even
make it seem
briefly
that,
reference
like-
my music, I will sue you. I will hire the best
Like,
lawyers.
even in passing, you cannot say my name without having your DMCA.
Yeah, it's like next time. It's like,
If you say my name, you better lawyer
I'm
up
kidding.
that.
Sorry. It's like next time, like remember, like rap on your beat. Like I just see the tag on the beat.
On the beach, have a tag.
Wait. You
Yo,
guys know
how
what,
much? Yo,
you know what we need to do? What we need to do is we need to write the most generic music score possible, right? With like every single like cliche out there, right? So whenever someone makes any music, right, they're sampling us.
The boy,
the sampling,
so y'all
like
sampling
the
them.
most basic chord progression and like the
No. We
Yeah.
need to have every basic
Every-
chord progression. We need to like have
Yeah,
every
like,
like
every
you know
chord
cliche.
progression.
With,
Oh,
I
that's
feel
gonna
like
sound
the
so
man.
bad.
the
That's been, like, most
condensation
songs.
of
I
music.
wonder-
And then we'll mumble rap over it.
Honestly,
We'll
that would
mumble
be a
rap
cool-
over it, yes. And then we'll have like a deep melodic part. We'll have like a dubstep drop. We'll have
Yeah.
like a hybrid trap drop. We'll have a
Yeah.
mumble
That would
rap
actually
like
be a
solo.
really.
Yeah.
Sydney, don't you think it would be interesting to work on though, like condensing all like modern music into like one piece? Like I think that would actually be a really
Sounds like a
interesting
I've
experiment.
thought of that, like as to experiment, but I haven't like
It's very hard to
gotten
approach,
like
right?
sitting down and try it.
Yeah, it's
It
a
really
very
is,
hard to
'cause-
approach.
So like what you're gonna combine? I mean, actually, hip hop and dubstep actually goes really well.
Yeah.
Perfect
Yeah.
example: "Wild for the Night," Skrillex and ASAP Rocky.
Oh yeah.
Great, like
Yeah. That was a dope one.
I'm trying to think of more. I mean, house music. What the fuck would be good with house music and shit like that? Like, there's a lot of genres. It's crazy. Each what do you
It
call
is,
that?
yeah.
Each individual like genre has a subgenre.
Subgenre? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's dubstep. There's bro step. There's clown step. There's death step. There's
There's
There's a
drum
lot.
step too.
So many
yeah,
steps.
this is crazy.
Yeah, there's
So
drum
many
step,
steps,
yeah.
man.
Got
Man,
the
I lose some weight with all those steps.
Wait. What
The
if
step.
instead of that, right? You got like you made one piece of like every genre, right? And then you remixed all the pieces together. Like you know like you get like you write a dubstep piece, right? Which has like elements of like every single like dubstep subgenre, right? Then you like do classical music and like do all that, right? And then
So you put,
after you get like all like the infinity genre songs, right? Like the infinity zones, right? Then you combine them into like one giant thing and like destroy music.
Destroy music once and for all.
How much
Like
would you pay for
wipe
something like that,
music
though?
off the face of the earth.
I'm gonna wipe
It's like when
music
all
off.
genres are combined, the music will cease to exist. All the
It'll
pianos,
stop.
guitars, every instrument in the world will just like cease to like.
Yeah. They will
They'll be they'll snapped away.
Like, like seriously, how much
gone.
is somebody how much would somebody pay you to do
Bro,
something
even
like
even
that?
songbirds.
$20 or
Bro, to destroy music,
yeah, to
Bro,
destroy music,
bro.
how much?
that'd be like the. Honestly, I wouldn't do it. But if I had a choice
That would-
and like I had to take like a price, I had like a gun to my head.
$5.
They're giving me money. $5 to destroy music. Yo, one,
Oh my
just
God.
5 cents. Come on, 5 cents.
Yeah.
5 cents
Do
is
your
5
favor.
cents, you know?
I give you $2.
I see a quarter.
To destroy all these.
Quarter and a stick of gum.
That's
That's it. I will destroy music off the
Yeah.
face of the earth.
Once and
Just
for all.
imagine. If you really do that shit, like you combine all genres together,
Yeah.
and just music will
No longer exist.
no longer exist. Like rappers, they can't think of lyrics anymore. Producers, they can't think of like.
Could you do that with like any genre? Could you like
Yeah, you
like,
can't. You
write
can't. It's like impossible to rap on the beat because you can't tell what the beat is.
the beat is just.
There's no
Yeah. The problem, right?
Where's
The
the
problem,
rhythm?
right, is every song has now sampled your song, and you have a copyright on your song. So if someone writes, right? So if someone writes, you just like if anyone releases any new music after the year 2025, right? They're sued. They're sued.
They're sued is the thing.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay. Next controversial opinion. Not Sydney. Starly, what's your controversial opinion? What's your hot take?
This might be an actual hot. I think that all VTuber drama is petty. I'm a zone out.
I think before that you need to like
Specific.
draw like a clear line between like the actual like harassment kind of thing, right? And like drama.
Yeah. There's a clear
Yeah,
line.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
actually a clear line.
absolutely. Yeah.
No, yeah.
But-
Yeah.
I feel like there's a difference
Yeah.
between like drama.
The problem
like-
is the VTuber community doesn't
I-
understand that difference. Like I've seen 50
No,
times where it's like
I don't think it. I think it's just the internet, the internet in general, especially with how much
I agree with what
cancel-
you're saying though.
yeah,
Yeah.
obviously because
Like-
how much cancel culture has like the
Mm.
modern generation, and,
Oof.
and everything is like everything is drama. No matter
I've seen
what.
people be
Yeah.
like, "Yo, you got like sexually harassed." Oh, that's just Twitter drama. You know?
Yeah, it's Twitter drama.
No, that's not
That's
drama.
not
Then.
Twitter
I've
That's
seen
not.
people
drama.
actually have like
That's not.
opinions like that. It's just like
so
That's an
bad.
That's
actual
literally just holding
offense.
somebody
That
accountable
is
for
so
like pretty
legal
serious.
offense.
That's not
We got
drama.
That's some
laws in
legal
place.
offense right there.
That is
Yeah.
not drama.
Yeah, that's illegal
That is-
offense. Yeah.
I feel
that
like
is-
in the modern day, like this kind of like drama and all that, like the internet's so messed up with like calling things drama and all that like they can't like take
Mm.
anything seriously, you know? Or it's like
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's because I think it's just since the internet now, we're just so like
yeah,
what am I trying to say? They're like not really phased by most things. Like you kind of phased by it
yeah,
as a normal person because you're kind of exposed to it at a young age, especially if you're on the internet
yeah.
24/7, and you're like, oh, that's crazy, and you just move on with your day, which
Yeah.
which you should.
I've seen
You
people
really shouldn't
become
have
like
that type of reaction, but
I've seen
but
people
it's-
become like so apathetic over like this kind of thing, right? That it's like, yo, yeah, Blizzard has giant sexual allegations against them by the state of California, right? People are
Mhm.
like, yeah, I'm gonna still play their game. You know, it's like
they're
it's like
oh, cool.
people
And
don't
they
take
move
anything
on.
seriously
Nice.
these days, right? It's like you see an artist, like you see like a music artist like have like major allegations against them. They're like, yeah, that kind of comes with the genre, you know? It's like,
Oh
do
my
people take
God.
any drama seriously? Because like there's like of course petty drama where it's like actually like, yo, he said or she said this
yeah.
about me, right?
Yeah.
And then there's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
and then there's like the yeah, you guys really should take this actually seriously because it's actually bad, right? Because like I've seen like
Like-
actual like creeps
Yeah, yeah.
on Twitter where
Yeah,
it's like,
they-
yo, this guy's like hitting up like a bunch of minors, right? And then there's like the drama where it's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, they they said something about me in like a collab or something, and I don't like it, you know?
And I don't like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah, like it made you feel
like the
uncomfortable.
internet holds both of them at the level, which they shouldn't. Like, I don't want to generalize because, of course, I don't think everyone is gonna think like.
I feel like it only depends on how
Legal-
big the person like sending the allegations is at some point, or like how like charismatic they are. Because like like if it's like if like if like a minor like VTuber, right, like gets like harassed or something, right, like actually like really seriously harassed, everyone's like meh, right? But if like let's say like someone giant like Hololive or like a big celebrity, right, is like, oh, this person said something about me, right, the entire internet like just dogpiles them,
I think
Oh yeah.
I think the same thing can also happen on the flip side. There
Yeah.
was where like a big person, someone would get harassed,
yeah.
and people are like, oh, okay, cool, that's life, and they just move on. It's like, no, hold on.
There
Wait,
definitely is some kind of size disparity depending on like what the situation is. Because I've seen situations where it's like people like automatically take the side of the underdog even if they've kind of done something bad, right? Where it's like, yo, this guy scammed me, right? And then like Twitter's just like, yeah, but you're the bigger creator, suck it up, right?
yeah,
That's also definitely a problem, but I feel like it's not as much as like like the difference from like having a big follow base in the first place, right? Because some people say things, right, but they never even get heard by anyone, which is like kind of sad. And then like yeah,
Mm.
I remember there was a lot of drama, but like the problems with Twitter as well, right, is it's really easy to like hide information or try to like censor people. Because like if I did something, right, and like someone started making like tweet longers about me or whatever, right, I would just ignore them, right? And like I would just ignore them, and then like 99% of the time my followers won't even realize, I've seen people have like giant allegations against them, make like one sorry post, right? One or two sorry posts, not mention what the actual problem is, right? and then their followers are like, oh yeah, it's cool, right? Because they don't look deeper
yeah,
into
they
it.
don't know. Yeah,
Yeah, they
just,
don't look
they
deeper
just-
into it, so they're like, oh yeah, you probably like stepped on someone's shoes, right? But in reality,
Yeah,
they're
they
like,
just-
yeah.
they just see as some surface level shit. But
Twitter
it's like,
drama's the
Yeah,
worst.
yeah.
Twitter
these
drama's the worst.
bullshit under the iceberg. If
Moral-
you-
Yeah, if you like on what?
Have you ever gotten into Twitter drama?
At some point, yeah, I have.
Oh,
some point.
damn.
drama as an actual.
I don't know how I haven't gotten
Well,
into like,
yeah,
Twitter
yeah.
drama
Drama
yet.
or like petty drama.
I would say it's like petty drama. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I would say.
Yeah, we're,
Yeah,
we're,
the
we're talking
petty-
about the difference
petty
between petty
drama.
drama and like actual drama, or like like actual like
And actual
harassment and all that.
allegations.
Oh, no, I wasn't. No, I wasn't in
Serious
actual.
allegations.
Yeah,
No, I didn't have like serious allegations
Okay,
against
so
me.
I'm
I was just like petty
surprised.
drama.
Petty.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I don't have anyone like trying to go at me just yet, because like in all of my replies and posts, it's literally just like violence, I hate you, ratio, plus hell.
Yeah, yeah.
like 99% of my posts on Twitter are literally just me trying to ratio my friends. I'm surprised I haven't
Yeah,
actually like
you
caught hands,
failed
you know?
ratioing me.
You already.
I took the L.
No.
Yeah, yeah. Take my counter ratio.
Take my
Counter ratio.
But yeah, I definitely do agree that like
reverse card.
the actual drama, like like the low level, not actually harassment type drama, right, is like
Mhm.
definitely very petty a lot of the time. I feel like the VTuber community especially has a lot of very petty figures out there. I'm one of them. Like if I don't like you, I will avoid you.
Just to say it out there, I'm one of them.
I'm one of them. I'm with you.
What?
Like I'm
But
not
honestly,
starting
if it
drama,
could be
right? But, like I'm pretty
if it
dang
could be
petty.
solved in like DMs, it should be.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
No.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
so
Each other.
petty, right? I'm so
Oh.
petty. If I don't like you, I'm not even going to the DMs. I'm just blocking you. Like if I don't like you, I just block you.
I'm gonna
just
block
inside.
you,
I'm just. I'll
and then
block you.
I'm gonna tweet about
Talk
you.
shit on. I'm gonna talk
No,
shit
no, no,
on.
no, no. I don't even tweet. I don't even tweet about them. I'm just so petty that I can't be bothered.
I can't be bothered.
There's like
can't
a
be
bell
bothered.
curve, right? There's like a reverse bell curve, right? Where like on the total left side, right? You have like non-pettiness, right? Where it's like
Yeah,
someone
yeah,
can
yeah.
slight you, and then you'll be like, oh, that's fine, right? Then
Yeah.
and then like in the middle, right? It's like you're like fairly petty, and you'll actually start causing drama. And then all the way on the right side, it's like, yo, you're so petty that if like someone says something you slightly don't agree with, you block them, and there's zero drama coming out of you because you're just blocking everyone.
Oh, bro, you don't like the color blue? Blocked. Get out of my life.
Like eventually you get to that level where you're so petty that you can't get into drama because you're not talking to anyone.
You just block
Oh
me.
my god.
Oh, I think Pluton asked a question. I think
Oh,
Pluton said what
Prudence asked
the
me what
drama
the
was
drama was
about?
about. I've seen a
Wait, I said-
bunch of
I was talking about it. Is it referring to my case or just in
Yeah,
general?
like- In general,
I
or-
think he'll have to like clarify on that. Like, are you asking about morals drama, or are you talking about like the drama?
I'm
I vaguely
assuming.
mentioned?
I'm assuming about mine. I think that's what
Okay.
I'm assuming.
Yeah, let me mute my mic real quick to like tell you. Oh, he
Yeah,
says
yeah,
yes.
yeah, it's about
Okay,
me.
yes. Okay, yeah. Moral, what was your drama about?
If you want to talk about it, you don't
Let
have
me
to.
actually. It's cool. I mean, pretty much everyone knows it. It's been like over with, like, so
Okay.
it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter to me. But like you guys remember when I got on Tomodachi's, right? Do you remember how
Yeah,
long ago
yeah,
that
yeah.
was?
This one.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember this one. Okay.
Yeah, that was like several months ago.
Mhm.
And then there was like some people who were like subtweeting me, basically saying, "Oh, like this dude like just like came in into the interview, like
Yeah.
doesn't even have like an actual model or whatever, you know. Like I
Yeah,
took
yeah.
like a spot from someone who was actually like prepared, who actually has like content coming, and like pretty much like saying like, oh, like I'm not a VTuber. Basically, that's what the like subtweets were saying.
Mm-hmm.
I think that kind of like goes into like a lot of like the amount of money you spend on your model, like 100% like dictates your worth in the VTuber community at points, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because like
Mhm.
I've noticed, right? I've noticed that like if you can get like if you can like spend like $1,000+ commission, like like what is it? Who is it? Iron Vertex or like all that kind of stuff, right? If you can like commission a
Right.
big time artist or whatever, you're kind of guaranteed to have like some exposure in the VTuber community, right? And then you have like your PNG tubers, you have your like you have your like what program was it? You have your like default like
The blue default like face rig avatar.
yeah, you have your
Yeah,
face
yeah.
rig
I was using that.
VTubers.
Yeah.
You have your V-Roid VTubers, you have your like PNG tubers and all that kind of stuff, right? I feel like there's definitely some kind of stigma against them, which like I kind of really disagree with in some points, but I get why it's there, right? Because like like it like the
Yeah,
kind
because
of
at some point they were like kind of like gatekeeping about it.
Yeah,
Like,
the-
oh, you have to have like this kind of avatar to be a VTuber
Yeah.
or whatever.
classism is
That's not
always gonna
necessarily
be
true.
present.
It's not true. Anyone can be a VTuber. Like you like start
This
off
is
like
pretty
as a
funny
PNG
because-
YouTuber, you know, like just to see
Listen.
like if you like VTubing, if you like it, then sure, like you're more than welcome to invest in like in a live 2D model if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
And
That's one of the
that's totally your
reasons-
choice.
That's one of
I
the
found
reasons
it
I do
funny.
suggest someone trying out V-Roid or like trying out streaming first, because like damn, I've seen so many people be like, yo, I'm gonna stream with this model twice and then quit. Okay, what were you saying, Sterling?
I found it funny that they like diss people who don't have specific models, when at the end of the day, VTuber comes from the word virtual YouTuber, which could be interpreted in so many ways.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
Is it
and then
technically every
also
YouTuber virtual? Because like
they're-
like they're using
Yeah.
the cameras.
exactly. It could be so, and there's like these virtual YouTubers who stream. They don't stream on YouTube,
Yeah.
and they're still called VTubers.
Are
And,
you calling
like-
me out? Are you calling me
No,
out?
I'm not calling you out. I'm just saying,
Okay. Okay. I just
if
checked.
if you're gonna hate on everyone, you might as well start being like, oh, you're not shooting on YouTube, or you're not a VTuber, blah blah. Because if you start like, what am I trying to say? If,
Yeah. What's
if
your
you're gonna
point?
exclude everyone, you might as well like do it correctly
Yeah.
in a way.
Yeah.
And
Shaking
not,
my
like,
head.
and
Yeah.
not be like, my friend group, because they're cool and I like them, they're excluded, but everyone else, y'all suck. Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moral, I have a question. When you like finally
Yeah.
got your like first custom model, like the model you're using right now, do you feel like the community like changed around you? Like, do you feel like an actual like difference in like the people like interacting with you?
Well, not really. It felt like it was like about the same, but people were like pretty hyped when they saw like like new model or whatever. People were pretty hyped about it.
Okay. Cause like I imagine like the difference probably isn't as major for you since you got like a pretty simple like simple live 2D model, right? But like I imagine if
Yeah.
like let's say I swapped from mine to like an Iron Vertex like kind of model, right? That would
Mhm.
definitely
Oh,
drag
that
in a
would
few
be
faces
big.
I've never seen before, right?
Big jump.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Especially
classism.
since you're going to like such a
Mhm.
high
Yeah,
little.
But yeah, I made a tweet about like that whole like petty drama situation thing. It was like April of like 2021, so like
Yeah.
about like 9-10 months ago.
that's a long time
Got
ago.
it.
Yeah, moral. You need to go further on the petty curve, right? And start naming every single one of them in a named
No,
tweet,
no,
and then
no.
pin them, and then you pin the pin tweet about all their names.
Oh no.
And then you go on Twitter, right? And then you go on Twitter, right? Or not on Twitter. You go on YouTube. You make a community post that's linking to your pinned tweet to yeah, don't be petty, moral. Please.
Make a whole
No, I'm not- no, I'm
account
not,
on, like DeviantArt or something to spread the petty.
No, I'm not like that. Honestly, I'm not.
I am.
Like I said in the tweet, like I felt bad or I took the spot. Like I'm not like lazy or like a troll. That's just something I was working with, and people like see that they agree with my perspective. Like, oh, like
Yeah.
they say, oh, I did deserve to be on the show. People were like being pretty supportive about it.
Yeah.
It made me feel better. And then
Yeah.
plus, like besides that, one of the people who like subtweeted me, came to my DMs and like, pretty much like apologized to me because they thought I was just like some random person that's like claiming to be a VTuber, but they even like bother to check like how big my following was. So,
Yeah. And
Mm-mm.
I feel like that's also
Yeah.
kind of problematic as well because like VTubers with like 5 followers are still kind of VTubers as long as they're trying to make
They're
content,
still,
right?
Yeah, they're still a VTuber.
Exactly. Yeah. It
definitely.
doesn't
As
matter
long as
like
you're
your
trying
numbers.
to
Like
make
anyone could be a
content.
VTuber.
You're
Yeah. Exactly.
trying to be. There's a difference between
Because like,
oh,
if,
I'm gonna be a VTuber just because.
Like
I
everybody
want
starts off
the
somewhere.
VTuber fame.
yeah, because like if they
Versus-
polarize you, right? If
I'll
they
lay it out
like-
here. Following does not dictate you as being a content
Exactly.
creator.
Yeah. And that's
Like
not someone like
if I
made a
had
tweet
0
earlier
followers,
today about it.
if I had no support, but I'm still making music, I'd still consider myself a beat maker.
time
Exactly.
to ban
Like,
Cindy
yeah.
Senpai,
Yeah.
so no support. No.
Oh wow.
Yeah, no, but I get that. Yeah, no, it's very hard
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
make a
Yeah.
following
Like
too.
Twitter followers. Yeah. Doesn't determine like
Yeah, it
your
doesn't-
success.
it doesn't
It
determine-
doesn't. It doesn't.
It doesn't.
The problem with
'Cause-
Twitter followers too, I think, right, is one of the major problems
yeah.
is like
Well,
there's a huge element of luck, right? Like you need to have like the correct connections, or you need
like
to
the
be,
algorithm and whatnot.
yeah,
Yeah, you definitely also. I know it was following an artist,
yeah,
and they would specifically post their art at a specific time because what was it? By that time, most
People are
like
yeah.
high school kids or
Active.
like college,
yeah.
they would
That's
Yeah,
like 3
or
p.m.,
worse.
4
school
p.m.
or whatever. Yeah, by that time, so that would be the prime window for them to check Twitter. And people like, oh, let me retweet this art or what. So
Yeah.
Oh
like,
yeah.
I understand that. You kind of got to be lucky. You got to play by the algorithm.
The
Yeah.
algorithm. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Oof.
and just and that's
Wow.
sort of it. Kind of gets hard with the algorithm, especially it changes so often and so
Yeah.
quickly.
Oh my gosh, yeah. YouTube's
Yeah,
algorithm back then was so easy. Like
It was,
like
and then they made it complicated.
it was
Yeah,
easy to get like
exactly.
1,000 views.
Of course,
could
it's
post-
easy when
but
there's
then
like
now-
5 people.
Some random ass video, boom.
But now
blow
you're
up.
just like, like trying to scrabble for views, man.
Yeah.
It's difficult on YouTube now.
I'll take whatever, bro. Come on, give me.
I'll
at
take
least
whatever.
Two comments.
Give me at least 2 views, two comments and a view.
Oh, please, maybe
Yeah.
one like.
Please.
One of
You
the
know,
things
like-
that
Maybe a
Asking for
share or
much.
something. I don't know.
One of the things that really confuses me about the VTuber community, right, is that like the majority of VTubers I've noticed, right, aren't in a position where they can financially drop $1,000+ on a model, right? Like
Mhm.
like I probably could if I
Especially-
wanted, but I'm not.
Mhm.
But like a lot of VTubers I've seen barely have computers that run, right? And like the kind of stigma against VTubers who are using Vroid, PNG tubers who are using, free models and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that stigma is a extension of like the IRL stigma against the poor, which I think is like kind of not great,
I also find it very funny because all these, I guess you would say like VTubers, they definitely started as maybe PNG tubers or like low model type VTubers compared to like what they are,
yeah,
and they probably, I know, was it like Sora from Hollow Live, her debut stream, she had like 13 on her first like debut stream,
yeah,
which everyone comes from nothing, right?
yeah,
Yeah. Exactly. And then yeah,
Everyone's gonna start
yeah.
at 0, no matter what. So
Yeah.
I don't get why you should be like, oh, y'all don't count as VTubers because you're not using these fancy models. When
Yeah.
those before y'all probably didn't use super fancy models at the time
Mm-mm.
because VTubers it wasn't even a like super popular thing in the beginning. It was just
Yeah, it wasn't as popular.
it was
Yeah.
just like this seems like a cool idea. I haven't seen anyone done this before. Let me try this, and it kind of kicked off eventually to where it is now. But they didn't. They didn't know it was gonna be super popular, and they're like,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just gonna do this for fun and see what happens, and you know,
Mhm.
hopefully I can get lucky or something, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna have fun doing it no matter what. And
Yeah.
I feel like people kind of suck out the fun part of it.
Oh.
Nowadays.
Yeah, definitely.
They,
Definitely.
they try to, like, you can treat it like a job or whatever. Because
Yeah, definitely.
if you want to treat it like a job, eventually, like, you might make money from it. That's fine.
Yeah.
But
Oh, definitely.
if you try to treat it like a job from the beginning, because
Yeah.
I know it was like,
Oh, in the
when
beginning, no.
when I was trying to become a YouTuber,
Mm.
I
Yeah.
kind of try to start at first. I tried to start it like a job, even though I was making zero and had like no like
Yeah.
barely any views. And and it got to a point where I was like, I'm not having fun. Like let's
Yeah.
treat this like a job, and I'm getting tired of this, and I want to have fun instead. So then I started like getting more lenient on myself and more having fun.
Yeah.
You know, I felt even though I didn't get as many views, I still felt
Yeah,
fun, like happy. I felt
Yeah.
like, oh, this is cool. You know, I'm like,
Yeah.
even though I'm not gonna get sponsored or something by big companies,
Get
or
the
whatever,
bag, man. Get the
I'm
bag.
still having fun.
Get the bag.
I'm still having fun making my little
Yeah,
YouTube
it's just-
videos.
Yeah, honestly, having fun
Heck
is like
yeah.
more important than like pretty
Yeah.
much. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
I
having
think-
fun. Yeah.
at the end of the day, it should be fun and not a job.
Yeah.
It
Right,
can
yeah,
turn
Like a
yeah.
hobby.
Totally
It
agree
can
with
be
that.
a hobby. It can turn into a job, yes, but
Yeah,
it should
yes.
still
In due time. In due
the
time.
core thing
In due
should
time.
be fun. It should be mainly about
I've seen
fun.
streamers
exactly.
who like genuinely hate like
100%.
streaming. I've seen like big streamers who genuinely hate streaming. Like I remember there was like a bunch of drama about like, you know, like a streamer who was like going like, yo, you can't even spend $5. Like you guys remember that,
I
right?
remember
like you
that
can't even
one.
spend $5 on a
Yes,
gifted
I remember.
Yeah.
I think I remember that one.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I feel like in the
Dude.
Twitch ecosystem, Twitch system for like showing followed channels also kind of prefers like the rich to become richer, right? Because like right now, right,
Yeah.
my followed list, right, only starts going underneath 60, right? Once I get like to like 8, 9 people down, because like I'm following like a decent amount of people, right? And like Twitch shows like the
Yeah,
most
yeah,
shown
yeah.
people first of all, right? By like
Yeah.
default, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, of
Um,
course.
Mhm.
And I feel like systems like that also further, you know, this kind of classism, right? Because like if you don't have enough followers, your followers probably won't even see your thing, right? Because like
Mhm.
I'm following a conservative amount of people relatively, right? But even then, like like I have to like spend valid effort to actually like, you know, watch my smaller friends' streams, right? Which
I was gonna say I know something. I don't know, but on YouTube I know like smaller creators
they do have a
nowadays-
slightly better system for that.
they do, but I know that sometimes their videos will even show up in their subscriber
Yeah.
windows, and like you gotta they gotta tell you to like click the bell notification.
Yup.
whatever.
Yeah,
Mhm.
even
Yeah,
big
yeah, you
streamers
gotta
do
do
that.
I hate that.
Just
Smash
so you
that
can
like
see-
button.
No, the thing is, just so you can see their videos, which like
Yeah.
that shouldn't have to be a thing. So I can see the persons I'm like subscribed to their videos.
Yeah, yeah.
I should
Yeah.
be able to subscribe to them and see their videos without doing any extra work.
The thing
But
is, the bell
YouTube
is
icon
making
is
it
literally just a
difficult
second
for it.
subscribe button. The bell icon is literally just doing what the subscribe button should have done from the beginning.
Exactly.
Yeah, you just get like the
Which is-
notification, like
which
yeah,
is-
new upload.
Which shouldn't. Like you could
Yeah.
you could have the bell be like what it was supposed to be originally was a notification for like people who want to watch the video when it drops.
Yeah.
Instead of
Yeah.
it being, hey, sometimes YouTube screws up sometimes. Can you please
Yeah,
click
and then
this
sometimes you
second
like you lose your
subscribe?
subscribers because of like like bot subscribers or whatever.
Yeah, so y'all can watch my videos because YouTube.
Yeah. Another
It's-
major
it's
problem, right,
stupid.
is that like YouTube's like giving me notifications for like content creators I never even followed in the first place, right? And they're like, yo, we think you'll like this video, but they won't give me like actual notifications for people I actually want to watch, you know?
Exactly.
Which isn't great. Which isn't great. There's definitely a few problems here and there, right? But yeah, I totally do get the problem with like, within the VTuber community where like if you get a good artist or like if you are a good artist, you'll definitely have a leg up, right? But at the other end, I kind of do get why though, because like people who have good artists will tend to be more invested, right? They'll tend to have like better equipment, or like they'll probably have like a bit more dedication to it, right? Because like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have seen some how should I say it, V-Roid creators, myself included, right? V-Roid creators who kind of make an account, try getting into it, quit like a week later or two, right? Meanwhile, I feel like people who spend a lot of money tend to have more incentive to stay, just because they have like a bigger following from the onset and everything as well, right?
Yeah,
Which I
yeah.
think is like kind of like a continuous loop of like one thing reinforces the other, right? And yeah, um, at the same time, if you
Yeah,
do
it's
make
like
your
let's
own
like don't get
model,
into like VTubing, like expecting like to
yeah,
like blow up or something,
Yeah.
unless you
No,
get iron protection, no.
no, even
I mean-
But it's kind of like a scary thing
Even
too,
that is
like
not
when you
guaranteed,
do like a
right?
debut, like when
Yeah.
you debut,
Uh,
like of course a
oh,
lot
yeah,
of
you
people
gain-
will come.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh, most people will follow you.
yeah, when you debut, and they're like, yeah, because I'm a
But then that's when the feeling of quitting starts keep creeping in, because after debut,
Yeah, like after the
your
debut,
views
like
won't be the same.
your views.
yeah, not everybody
Yeah.
will stick around.
It won't be the
so-
same.
Yeah.
Because
It's like you can have like 300 at on your debut,
Yeah.
but then
20.
Only,
as
like-
it'll probably
like
go
5 or
it'll-
6.
Yeah, you
like, stick
probably have
around,
like
yeah.
3
15,
people.
20, or
Realistically,
50.
if you're getting
20 is still
300,
a lot.
yeah,
You told it, but you could at the
Like-
probably at the end of the month, you probably won't be.
oh
near
yeah, by
as,
the end of the
as your
month, you'll probably have like
debut.
10,
Yes, as your debut.
5. Because like
Yeah.
I do know that like
Average.
if you are starting from 300 people at your debut, right, you'll probably not drop down to like 2 or 3, right? But
Yeah,
like
no.
you'll still have like
But
1% of them
gradually.
at least, right? But like
Yeah.
it is still a
Yeah.
very hard hit, right? Because like humans think.
Oh no.
I've noticed that humans think logarithmically, right? Because like the gap
Yeah.
between like 1,000 and 2,000 versus the gap between like 10 and 30, right? 10 and 30 feels like a lot bigger of a jump than 1,000 to 2,000, like even though it's mathematically like way like 1,000 to 2,000 or 1,000 to like 1,500 feels like mathematically should be like way bigger, right? It feels like less of achievement for humans because humans think in this weird way, Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and
'Cause
like
I
there's
was-
also like what is it? It's called like humans naturally adapt to like their scenarios as well, right? Like if I become like rich overnight, after a few years I'll just kind of have the same happiness as I had before, right? Removing like if like of course if I'm struggling to eat every day, right, of course I'm gonna be happier after I have like a stable income, right? But
Yeah,
like
yeah,
if
yeah.
let's
Yeah.
say I'm already stable, right, and I just go to like wealthy, right, eventually humans level off because they get used to that level, right? And then like once you
Yeah.
become like moderately well off again, right, then you're gonna be really depressed.
Yeah.
Humans are weird,
yeah.
man. Humans are weird. Lifestyle inflation's a big thing as well. This is like like a financial thing, right? Yeah. I agree with Fluent says happiness is mostly internal and like happiness is always fleeting as well. Like external happiness. I think that's also because people who are internally motivated are like statistically more happy. And people who are like externally motivated tend to be like at their natural set point, right?
Yeah.
What else do I have to say about this? Capitalismo, let's go. Yeah. I feel like as a content creator it's very difficult not having like constant explosive growth, right? Because like even if you do have explosive growth, right, if your explosive growth is like linear and not like exponential, it doesn't feel that special, right?
I
Like
know it was I have I had a friend, 2 friends talking about this, and
Oh,
and they were talking about how one of them talked about how they thought a thousand followers was super big to him, and
yeah,
the other one was like 1,000 isn't really that big, like
yeah,
other artists, which is
yeah. Because like
very
once you're
interesting.
like quote unquote big, you start comparing yourself to other bigger, right?
Yeah,
Like unless you're like
Mm-hmm.
PewDiePie, right? Yeah, like unless
yeah,
you're like
yeah,
the
yeah.
top of the top, right? You're not gonna
Uh,
like if you're into comparing yourself with others, you're not gonna be the biggest, right?
yeah.
I've seen like big streamers like quote unquote like 300
Uh-huh.
400 per stream average, right? Who are like, yeah, I'm still a small streamer, right? Because
Uh-huh.
they're now looking at like, Asmongold and all that, right?
Uh-huh.
Um yeah, he was comparing himself to T series for like 2 years, right? But like the point
Yeah.
still does stand that like humans who do tend to compare themselves will continue to like not be happy in the long run, right?
Oh
Um
yeah.
yeah, because I compare myself with no.
And I'm
I
always
mean,
sad.
I've
oh
been
my god.
I am interested in more growth, right? Don't get me wrong, right? Because like
Yeah,
I've been
no.
looking to like starting editing, right? Like I've been looking into like programs to like start like making clips and everything. Because YouTube
Uh-huh.
clips is
Hey.
pretty dang lucrative right now, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
I've
Oh,
been
that's another thing I wanted to bring up about
yeah no
like
no I wait
Clippers
Mara,
and
haven't
like
you
people
had a
who make
few?
related content.
Haven't you had a few clips? I
Huh?
think are you making clips? I think I saw someone I know making clips.
I made like a little bit of clips of
Yeah.
like a little bit. Like
I've been meaning to
Mhm.
just do that, right? My current goal, right, is just get content I'm already making, get
Uh-huh.
like just get the process down to turning it into like a clip ratio thing. Upload it to YouTube, upload it to TikTok. Ignore both the TikTok and YouTube followers. Damn ratio. No.
no, but something I was saying though, like there's at some point like a few months ago, like I think there's like some like drama going on like oh about like Clippers and like, such
Oh
and
yeah,
such,
I
you
remember
know?
that. Yeah.
That
Yep.
wasn't that
Yeah.
they were basically stealing
Like they're
content,
stealing
right?
content. Yeah, basically.
I'm like,
Which I think I
what?
Bro.
think I think it goes back to like Cindy Senpai's point
Yeah. It goes
about
back to the first example about like sampling.
yeah, sampling, which
Going on.
is there's
Yeah.
a difference
Yeah.
between
Oh my
there's
god.
a difference
Yes.
between like clipping
Yes.
like an hour long stream to like a
Yes.
couple minutes
Yeah.
Couple minutes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's
taking
not
the
like
taking the
they're
whole
taking the
stream
whole VOD and
and then
uploading on their channel.
Yeah.
uploading it
Right.
and making
I'm
like a few
Now that's
critiques here.
stealing and
Yeah.
making money off of it.
Yeah, and then at the end of the day, which is if it's that point, yeah, they're stealing. But
Yeah.
there's a
Yep.
difference between like I'm gonna take this 5 second clip of this VTuber
VTuber.
screaming at the top of their lungs and we'll post it on the video or YouTube, and then people like.
Honestly, if sampling
how
was
did you do
stealing,
that?
I'd be stealing all the time because I use people's
Right?
voices in songs.
I feel like
Like dang, I'm a copyright like every time. Yeah,
to
copyright my
also
species or something. You know?
drawing
You have to
because I
copyright
know
your streams,
I don't
VTubers.
Yeah,
because I
those
know
sneeze, that's copyright.
people are kind of like, oh, if you trace, you're not a true artist. But like, there's a difference between like tracing, like exactly an art piece versus trying
Oh
to
no.
trace
That's
it
what I
to
do.
like
No.
That's another thing
trying to
too.
trace
Like
it to like help you
there's a difference
improve.
between like there's a difference
And
between like
yeah,
tracing like just for practice versus like tracing it and then like
For
claiming
money.
that oh that's your art.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Try
claiming
like
it as
that's
your
for money.
own.
Yeah,
yeah, no,
yeah
yeah, there's
exactly.
a difference.
There's a
I actually
difference.
do like
'Cause you-
trace
Really
for
my
my
own.
art, but it's like
No,
I
the
turn it
thing
to like
is,
a vector, right? Which I think
you
is kind
yeah,
of a different thing, right?
you can trace it and either like mix it up or you can trace the exact same thing and not like upload it and just keep it. So
Nah. What you need to do, right, is you need to Control C, Control V, and post it and call your own art.
Yeah.
No.
You need to upload it
Nah.
onto what is the thing? What is the thing? And make an NFT of someone else's art.
No, get out of here with the
Yo, it's happening with music, man.
No, it's
Yeah,
unironically
yeah,
happening.
just
I saw
recently,
something
too,
about
just
it
It's happening with music
today.
right now.
I saw something
Yeah,
about it
it's happening
today.
right now.
It's so
I saw
bad.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just saw. I'm
I've
looking through
seen
Twitter right
some,
now. People are getting.
I've seen some.
Yeah. Then there's I get like
Twitter
shut down
artists
though.
No.
get
What
hacked,
you need to do,
and
right?
then by
When
like NFT bros, and then they'll sell the hacked account, the pictures of NFTs,
Damn.
their art as
Yeah,
NFT,
like-
which is like, God, what the fuck?
What you
Wait,
need to do,
like,
right, is
what?
you need to get
Which
Cindy
is funny
Senpai's
because
music,
people-
right? You need to download Cindy Senpai's music, slightly pitch shift it upwards, call it Vocaloid, post it on YouTube.
Vocal.
Vocaloid.
No, wait, not Vocaloid,
Vocaloid?
Nightcore. That's what I'm thinking of,
Nightcore?
Nightcore.
Yeah, like
Let's go.
as soon as Nico's gonna copyright strike you.
No.
For...
Okay, let's find someone to raid. This was actually a lot of
no,
fun.
no, but seriously
That was a
though,
nice
like
talk. I love
Clippers though, like, cause honestly
Yeah.
though, like, will we really be like able to like discover like
I
all
feel
these
like
VTubers that
Clippers
we
do
watch
have
now?
their
But it was just for
value.
the Clippers though.
The Clippers who
I
translate
mean,
and who like actually translate and all that, like translator
Oh,
Clippers,
yeah,
or like
no,
just
shout
full on
out-
translators.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
streams.
yeah.
Shout out to the translators, man.
Sure.
Shout out to
Yeah,
translators. Shout out to the
too,
translators that translate during stream. Holy shit.
Okay. This is why I have to say to translators who translate during stream, right?
Salute.
Yeah, like I would have
Salute,
discovered
man.
HoloLive if it wasn't for them.
Troopers.
Honestly, I would have
Oh my
discovered
god.
HoloLive.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Here's what I have to
wouldn't-
say to translators who translate during stream. Thank you, and also you're a weeb. That's all.
Hey, no, they don't have to be translated to Japanese.
They're not really like
They
choosing
can be
violence.
translated to like Spanish. Are you a weeb for translating English?
Translating Spanish. You're right.
Bro, stop. Dude, like Yamete Kuda, stop, bro.
Stop, bro.
Okay, let me find someone to raid. Anyone
Oh,
have
yeah.
like someone they want to raid or?
But yeah, it's not just like Clippers though. Like people who like react to VTubers as well. You know, like,
Oh my gosh,
like,
yes.
they're, like
yes.
they're giving like they're
Shout
like
out,
we're like
shout out.
like or like I'm speaking like in my case too. You know, like giving like all these VTubers
shout out
you
to
know,
Moral.
exposure.
I
Shout
should
out to
start
Moral.
reacting to Moral's
Yeah,
stream
yeah,
and
but-
call it
Yeah,
new
Metal
content.
City as well.
City.
They're like a really
Yes, Metal
they're a really good example. They're a really good example.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Shout out.
No. I know like plenty.
Shout out.
No, I know like plenty of like
Shout
good
out
like
to-
VTuber
Into the
reactors.
chat right now.
Honestly,
shout out.
I wouldn't mind if
King
big
Coupon.
streamers like start reacting to my content, being just like, "Yo, we're like
Shout out
50
to
billion
Twitter,
times
man.
the size."
I don't know about Twitter.
For yo, like yeah,
I don't know
seriously,
about Twitter
like,
as a whole, but
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
not-
Who
not-
actually
yeah,
has
not
someone
gonna
to
lie,
raid?
like
didn't the Twitter, the actual official Twitter account, don't they have like an NFT?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're part of the Rectangle gang. Fuck the Rectangle gang. Alright,
No, no. Isn't it like
but yeah, people,
isn't it like an octagon or something? I think it's
Is it?
that's a hexagon.
hexagon.
Dude,
Octagon
Game
fine,
is
let's go to
better.
Octagon.
Octagon, bro.
Bro, we're just out here throwing shapes.
You wanna throw? You wanna throw
Yeah,
it
you
down
were-
at the Octagon?
The fucking
No, if-
triangle.
If NFTs were octagon, instead I would have been like, hey, are you an octagon? Because stop. Stop.
Stop it.
Just
Stop.
just get like the whole like Jack Black stop
Yeah.
saying it.
Let me just raid a random VTuber then. I don't even know
Yeah,
who this
yeah.
is, but they have like
Let's
11
do
people, and
it.
that's a good amount. Everyone, get into
I-
stream. We're raiding a
Wait,
random.
hold on, yeah.
We're raiding a random.
Don't call him a random.
I didn't put
though.
Twitch
Don't say
on.
that.
I
hold
asked
on,
you
hold
guys
on,
if you guys
hold
have
on.
anyone you guys
Yeah,
want
I'm
to
not
raid for
playing
like
that.
10
I
years.
do have a recommendation. Wait. I do have a recommendation though.
Who?
I do. Okay. Basically, someone by the name of STFU Boomy. She recently debuted.
How many people do they have?
Yeah. They're at 28 views right now.
Okay, yeah, we'll rate them.
Yeah, they recently debuted.
Not the 11 people random.
I'll rate whoever
Yeah.
this was another time. And
But, yeah. I love the Clippers. I love like, I love the Clippers. I love like people who react to VTubers. Like they're a joy
Heck yeah.
like in the community. You know, like like people have shown me love for like reacting to it, you know,
Shout
and
out
it's
the
like people
people
like keep it
yeah.
going, you know.
who do work and then
And people like
take it
Velo
as
City,
their
you know, they
own.
inspire me too. You know?
Okay, okay,
They
okay,
Yeah,
inspire me.
okay. So
definitely.
before we actually everyone get into the stream, by the way, if you guys want to join the raid.
What's
But
our what's
before-
our
No,
message?
kidding.
Before we
No.
like raid the person, right? You know what I think is
No,
based.
man, when
You know who I think is based? The person who made the Minecraft NFTs got like millions of dollars and then deleted the NFTs.
Let's go. Let's go.
Nice.
I applaud that.
On one end, right, you're still destroying the earth, right? On the other end, the NFT bros deserved it.
That's based.
It's-
I will say.
It's like on one end, right? You're kind of part of the problem. On the other end, I kind of like watching you guys get scammed. You know?
I like watching the NFT bro stuff.
I mean, we already all know that the NFT bros are furries. You know? We already know that. We don't have to be told. You know? Okay, you guys ready? You guys ready?
No.
What's her raid message?
Okay, we'll wait for
Oh,
Cindy.
yeah, there's a
We'll
raid
wait for
message.
Cindy.
silence hexagon. I'm kidding.
Cindy, get in. There's literally 7 seconds before the raid.
No. Furry? No. Furry.
Okay, I stopped the
my God.
raid. We're gonna start it again. We're gonna start it again so Cindy can get in.
Rectangle.
Cindy, are you in?
What's
Bruh.
Let's just say shapes.
I think I am. Yeah, I am.
Let's
Okay,
just say
okay.
shapes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wait, does
I'm
it say on
I'm
the?
ready.
Yes, it popped
As
up.
as long as it says you're part of the raid, you should be in the raid.
Wait.
Does it say you're part of the raid? Okay. Cindy? Darlie, join the raid.
Yeah.
I'm in the raid. What are you talking about?
Okay, here we go. What is our raid message again?
Oh, it's shapes. We're just saying shapes.
We don't like pentagons. Also, we have like 5 people, I swear.
Oh, fuck, I gotta verify my.
We have 5 people, I swear.